Good evening and welcome to African Voices platform. My name is Chiwe Chihana. For this week's episode, we're still on the ground in West African countries. This time around, we're in Sierra Leone. It has been 61 years since Sierra Leone gained independence. President Dr. Julius Maada Bio has recently shared his government's success, including measures put in place by his government to prevent the spread of COVID-19. It has actually recorded one of the lowest rates of confirmed COVID-19 cases and associated deaths in the world. But similarly, the country has faced notable economic and political challenges. So to help with unpacking these, we spoke to Chernior Ramadan Maju Bah, the majority leader of the opposition of the All People's Congress Party. Here is Baillor Jalloh with the interview.
Basically, everybody wants to be independent. But there are many things that come with independence, whether it's political, it is social, it is financial. So yes, we are independent from colonial rule. But are we independent from the other major things which we are looking for? Taking people out of poverty, addressing social issues, ensuring that democracy works, creating the right spaces and platforms. That's where the challenges are. Because we are still not, even politically, we are not totally independent. Financially, we are not. Economically, we are not. And, since we cannot feed ourselves as a nation, again, we cannot claim total independence. Politically, yes, as I said earlier, we got independence from the British on the 27th of April 1961. So yes, we are now 61 years. But there are many other things we need to address.
Speaking of the social challenges or the democratic challenges of this country, yourself, you are a parliamentarian, and if I'm not mistaken, you are one of the longest serving parliamentarians in this country.
You're absolutely right.
So, yourself, if I'm not, you might be part of the solution, or part of the problem rather as well. So, in terms of what you've just spoken about, what have you done as a parliamentarian or as an opposition party in this country to tackle these challenges that you've just spoken about?
I have contributed not just in opposition, I contributed in government for 10 years. Now I am contributing in opposition. Like, all my contributions have been positive. My track record out will speak for itself. But it's like you have a football team with Messi, and then you have 10 Jallohs like you play for an A team. It's always a challenge. So yes, I have contributed. I might also have been part of the problem because everything is connected, but I have contributed more positively to the development of Sierra Leone and alleviating the sufferings of people than many other things you'll be talking about. But then, I'm not alone. It's a team where I grew. There are many more like me in the team, both in government and in opposition, and there are also others who are not like me. So slowly we're moving, but I'll assure you that the next generation of leaders are more positive, and I'm sure that by next year, when we will take over governance again, the improvement we made from 2007 to 2018 will continue from there, because yes, there have been few positive strides from 2018 to now, but by and large, over 80% have been negative. So they have overshadowed the few developments.
Speaking of that, how would you describe the current economic crisis in the country? As you and I know, there are challenges. Basically, I came here 2 months ago, and when I came in at the time, petrol or fuel was about 10,000 lions. But then it moved from 10,000 lions to 12,000 lions, and now 15,000 lions. Yes, it's global, but as an opposition, what have you done in order to mitigate those challenges collectively with the government?
It is always good when you have a listening government. But when you have a government that thinks it knows everything, they don't listen. They think they can do it alone. That's where the problem starts. We've always done our best in ensuring that we support governments where we should and criticize them where criticism is necessary. But they believe they have solutions to all the problems, and that is why we are where we are. They promised to fix the bread and butter issues when they were campaigning. That's what they promised. And we told them that governance is not rocket science, it's not 1+1. You're dealing with people. It's a social contract, so the science itself is social.
So in your opinion, are you saying it's a failure so far?
Definitely they have failed. And they themselves know that they have failed. The economy is challenged. They don't want to accept it. They're pretending that as if everything is normal. But we kept reminding them that, and we'll continue to do so again, that the foreign exchange, when you check your exchange rate, it will expose your economy. We met the dollar at 750,000 euros for $100, 7,500 euros to the dollar. Today, we are over 1,300 euros.
We are anyhow trying to defend them here. They can argue these are global challenges. First, it was the coronavirus, and now it is the war between Russia and Ukraine. And being in a position, it's very easy to launch an attack.
When they were making their campaign promises, we were just coming out of Ebola. They told the people of this country that Ebola is not an excuse. They could fix the economy with or without Ebola. So COVID should not be an excuse. In fact, I will tell you that COVID has been a blessing to this government. Without COVID, the economy would have shrunk more than it is. We are fortunate, maybe as a country. We are not happy that COVID came in. But with the support this government received during this COVID period, it would have been difficult for them to have run the economy.
Let's just move away from that topic for a minute. Recently, there are allegations of many people in this country having fake degrees. What's your reaction to that?
Well, basically, Parliament, like the Ministry of Higher Education and the Anti-Corruption Commission, have taken positions to investigate and address the issues appropriately. As a member of Parliament, my standing orders prevent me from making a statement beyond what I've just said, because it will be tantamount to premature publication.
But, okay, I'll still go on the discussion again. Was it surprising to you in terms of the allegations? We know that, or we are hearing that some
it's a two-way street. One, it is surprising because I'm not expecting Sierra Leone to do that. But secondly, also, the way people are living today, you could expect them to do anything. But definitely, as a nation, I'm shocked because we are known for education. We are known to be a country where education should be our pride. And this government's flagship program is free quality education. That's a flagship program. So if at all anything had happened in the past, which I'm sure is not true, they should have nipped it in the bud. 4 years, not 4 days, not 4 months, not 4 weeks.
I know you are limiting yourself to comment on this topic, but what do you think should happen now? As an opposition leader, as a parliamentarian?
Well, integrity should prevail. It's an integrity issue. So it is not a thing it's not something we should compromise. We should not judge before the conclusion. But whatever happens, integrity should be the key watch.
And recently also there are ethnic tensions in some part of Sierra Leone between the Fullers and the Connors. As an opposition leader, what's your take on it? And
Well,
what should be the solution?
I will not refer to it as an ethnic tension. We don't have ethnic problems in Sierra Leone. The tension has been between people in the border area of Kono and Falaba district.
Well, if Fulanis and Connors are attacking each other, that can be referred as ethnic tension.
Well, it depends on who the lens you're using, because I'm sure there are others there also who are neither Fulans nor Konos. Because you have Korakos there, you have other tribes. We don't know the roles they've been playing, but their investigations are ongoing. And as a parliament also, we ask that the police do a thorough job. Then they will come back to Parliament to explain. But I will, at this point, not talk about child tensions.
And do you think so far the way this has been handled, it has been handled the right way?
No. I'm not too satisfied with the way they've handled it. They could have arrested it at the start of it. When the first incident occurred, they should have arrested it, but they underestimated the situation, and the police and other security sectors did not do what some of us expect them to have done. They should have intensified their operations, provided security, and if they had done initially, those other things that happened subsequently could have been avoided.
Are you saying due to the lack of proper action is what has led to where it is right now?
Yeah, probably yes.
Let's talk about
Because
this.
when you have security issues, you don't allow them to get out of hand. You nip them on the bud. And the police have been doing it in some instances. Why not this case? Quite recently, we've probably been following the news of the teachers. We know what the police did. Opposition members have been making statements or genuine statements out of their freedom of speech. They've been invited by the police in the guise of nipping things on the road. Why not in this case, where allegations have been made of someone being shot and killed?
What could you have done differently had it been you?
Like we did before, like we've always been doing. We will admit it on the road. We will not allow things to escalate beyond where they're supposed to be.
Let's talk about yourself here a little bit. The last general election, you were appointed as the vice president for the Samura Kamara, who became the loser for the last general election. Since then, how have you been, and what was your reaction to losing, knowing that you were in governance for 10 years, i.e. your party? I was in the stadium with that day, and
I was at the stadium myself.
yes, I saw
I believe in democracy. We challenge the results. Even though at that date when inaugurations were going on, the court had not decided on the petitions we filed. But eventually, a few years down the line, they've ruled to say that the elections were fair. But I'll tell you, up to date, we are not satisfied with the way the elections were conducted. The Electoral Commission is yet to publish the result as per the local law on their website. So it shows they themselves have things to hide. But we are Democrats. 2018 to 2023 looked so far. And now we're here talking. Next year elections will come up. We'll go back to the polls. We believe we won the last election. People will vote us in again. And then we'll go back to state house.
What's your political aspiration?
My political aspiration. It's a tough question. I'm a politician. I'm in a journey. And I'm still following the rules.
And do you think you will still be probably appointed as a vice president, or are you looking at standing as a flag bearer for the All People's Congress Party?
As I said, politics is a journey. I'm on the road. Our party is going through challenges. The system has not helped us. They've frustrated us. They've taken us back. The court has dictated the pace on which our party should function. We had a constitution. We have a new one now. They've refused to allow us to use our laws to run our party. But yes, we're on the road. We'll follow the processes. We'll respect the law. But by 2023, the people will be voting again the APC, and then the state house will be ours.
And speaking of the challenges of the party right now, which is the All People's Congress, as you are mentioning there, right now we are facing challenges. There is a bumpy right there. Just today, has decided to dissolve your national executive. Your reaction to that?
I've not yet read the judgment. I was not in court, so I will not be too assertive. But I'll tell you, any attempt to run the party outside the old constitution, which is gone, then which we rejected, and now our new constitution will be an affront to democracy. And we must allow democracy to survive. So we expect that whatever the court will do, whatever other institutions that are guarding democracy will do, are to ensure that they allow our constitutions to work for the benefit of our supporters.
For the benefit of those who will be watching, who will understand what was the need for the change of constitution, can you shed a light on that?
Well, basically we had started this change since 2002. But again, some took us to court and said we should go back to the 1995 constitution. We complied, respected the court, we went to the 1995 constitution. After the last elections again, another group again rose up to say the 1995 constitution is archaic, it's old, it's undemocratic, go back to the drawing board, get us a democratic constitution. We were in Makeni last year, we went for convention. Just a month or so ago, we now have a new constitution, a new APC constitution. So we're a democratic party. We listen to our people. So that is why we expect the judiciary and others who are guiding democracy to also allow our people to speak, but not for them to speak.
Let's come back to the economic challenges that we started with. Just a couple of months ago, or weeks rather, one of the or let me be specific, the First Lady accused your party of hiding the field, or you are responsible for your party is responsible for the field challenges in this country because you are hiding it. What was your reaction to that?
Well, basically, the APC is a political party. We're not a business entity. So I will not make any comment on that. We're not business people. We don't have gas stations. We don't import fuel. We don't export fuel. Our party is formed as a political party to advance the wishes and aspirations of our people. So basically, that is an aside.
Your own words, when you say that was a means of diverting the challenges that the country is facing, trying to put the blame on someone else?
I cannot interpret her thoughts. I cannot.
And finally, for me, 2023 is coming, it's just behind closed doors. What's your wish and what would be your message to your party supporters or to Sierra Leoneans globally?
That's it. I appreciate that. My party supporters, I'll go straight to the point and ask them that they have been law-abiding. They have been respecters of the rule of law. We're just 1 year from elections. Let them continue on that trajectory because we're going to win the elections. We don't want to do anything that we want to do. And to Sierra Leone generally, including my party people in and out of Sierra Leone, I'm encouraging each and every Sierra Leonean to go out and register for the next elections. Because their vote is their right. When you register, you will vote because it's time to vote out the SLPP again so that they will not continue with the hardship, be it economic hardship, social hardship, injustice, police brutality, all the vices we're talking about. It's time for them to go and register and then we vote out the SLPP. But finally also, it's for us to be patriotic. As Sierra Leoneans, we only have one Sierra Leone. All the things we should do to make Sierra Leone better, we should continue to do. But the first for now is for us to go out and register. Because the SLPP is not good for Sierra Leone. This government is not good for Sierra Leone.
I know I said that was my last question, but forgive me for this. Let me just bring one more. What can you say to critics who thinks the SLPP, APC, you are birds of the same feather, it's the same system. There should be changes coming into this country from other political parties instead of those two main parties, whereas it's just a change of the baton.
I don't know whether those individuals are also Sierra Leoneans like myself and you, but then if they are, they've all been APC or SLPP at one point or the other. So forming new parties might be for some other reasons which we don't know. But whether you have new parties or old parties, it's about who is at the top. It's about who are in government, who run the ministries, who run State House, who runs Parliament. It's about the people. The APC is a nomenclature, the SLPP is a nomenclature like any other party. So basically, we need good people to lead, and the APC will provide that leadership for 2023 so that this country will move positive.